Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to Paul's Monday Market Update, number 213 for Monday, 2nd of February, 2026. Hope you're all well. Hope you've enjoyed a good weekend, and yeah, hope you're ready for what's going to be another interesting week ahead. Great to see you here, Sean. Thank you. You're all welcome. Um, as always, okay. As always, it's great to have you here. As I said, it's been a rather eventful weekend, hasn't it? It's going to be an eventful week ahead. If you're joining us for the first time, the Monday Market Update is just that. It is me flying through as much as I can squeeze in the next 25, 30 minutes, looking at strength and weakness within FX markets, looking at the some charts of interest, and then looking at live markets. It is not a signal service, it's not trade recommendations, it's just what I'm looking at, which may be of interest or use to yourselves. And as always, you are very welcome here, but just remember, you're always responsible for your own trading decisions. And also, it's the final call for the Q1 Dollar Edge FX swing trading mentorship. So, if you want 8 weeks of swing trading mentorship as part of a small group, then you're welcome to join that. That's what starts this week. You can ping me, okay, for if you've got any questions, or once again use that QR code to give yourself some insight. We've also got Alphabet or Google, all right, for those of a certain vintage going on through there. So, that's what we're seeing there. Google, they have got their earnings after the bell on Wednesday. When we sort of look at that, all right, same as Amazon in terms of the kind of, let's say, the kind of the core balance work, or the core element of the business, all right, so advertising, etc. That's all doing well, but everybody's focused on AI, all right, in terms of how much are they spending on it, and actually are they in a position to monetize that properly? And I suspect there is all sorts of competitive pressure in terms of the AI search, and and the kind of, I'd say the whole arena has shifted from kind of Google being almost like untouchable to now people focusing on how well they can execute their plans. So Google, along with all of those companies, they're a bit vulnerable to sentiment swings around the kind of AI narrative, and so even if, as I said, the advertising remains strong, everybody's sensitive to sort of kind of AI and what's going on with that. But when you're looking at that price, once again, that has been, when we just looked at Amazon, which has kind of, it has ground its way higher. That has not been the case for Alphabet, right? The sort of tariff tantrums took us down to that $150 area, and it's just been a fantastic journey there. As a kind of, a little bit of educational learning for the traders, as I said, I'm always curious about what happens, when price gets, how it reacts to sort of big round numbers, all right, when price is getting at edges. When we got to 200, right, just in front of the tantrum, we printed a nice big bearish engulfing candle, a big bearish Q reversal candle, worked our way down there until it ended there. When we got up to $300, we actually gapped up above it, but what I kind of liked is we came back down, filled that gap, and then basically flipped 300 from being resistance to support with a nice pin bar, and have worked our way higher from there. Okay, and that's just continued, and so last week we traded a little bit higher, okay, in terms of that. And we also had our kind of highest weekly close. So, everybody's still bullish on that. It'll be a case of that, will the numbers support that continued sort of bullish move? Certainly, I don't see any kind of crack in the structure or anything like that there. If the numbers were, desperately poor, or if we get more sort of kind of bad news this week, well, then certainly 300 becomes my kind of line in the sand there, where the sort of 20 period moving averages. But at the moment, I'd still remain kind of bullish on that. There's nothing there to sort of tell me the opposite, okay, in terms of just looking at the price action on Google itself.